All right. Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome in. As you might hear on my voice, I'm not feeling that great today. A little under the weather, but I still wanted to show up, so I hope that's not a problem and you can still hear me properly. But yeah, welcome back. Shooter, hello, welcome in. Such great work, thank you very much. I still have your X-Wing to get going on. So yeah, you should do that. Which one did you get? The 112 or the studio scale? Hello. Studio scale, nice. Red 3 or red 5? Or maybe both? So today I want to continue a little work on the T-6 shuttle. I corrected a little mistake earlier today that we can move on placing some details on the upper riser. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't realize that the walls of the riser are not parallel, but a little tapered. So I quickly changed that and rearranged everything so that we can move on from there. I've had it for a year now. Got it off CG Trader. Probably red 5. You don't remember anymore? Yeah, well, when it's been a year. But yeah, I think it's pretty common in the 3D printing space or model building space in general. It's nowadays the digital stash of models that you eventually get to. Oh, so you probably want to do red 5. Oh, okay. But you're considering maybe another call sign, understandably. Yes, everyone is doing red 5. That's why I also have the red 3 option. And in the future, I want to do the hero models of red leader and red 2 as well. And also the very first hero X-Wing model, the blue leader, which then became red 2. And even a little further down the line, a pyro model. Those are the plans. Maybe a little note on that. Since you haven't started building it, you might want to hold off a little longer because I'm currently in the middle of remaking the fuselage to make it even more accurate. And those files will then be uploaded to the already existing listing, so you can then just re-download it once it's up there. It's awesome that round 2 is using your TIE fighter. Yes, absolutely. This is a little dream come true. This is totally amazing. That one of my 3D models will be available as an officially licensed model kit. That's really crazy. And the coolest part, at least for me, is that my name will be on the box. So if you pick it up and look at the right side, you will see my name. As for a special thanks. Maybe... yeah, where did I put that? I have the official box art. Just need to find it where I put it. Too many folders. Should be in here. And there it is. So maybe I can give you a little sneak peek of the digital box. Wait, I need to change my scene here without the printer because the printer is not running, so there's nothing to see. This one. All right. This is what the box will look like. And if we zoom in here, that's me. And Marcel and Thomas, they helped me with the Greeply research and in general to get this model as accurate as I can. And there you can see the back of the packaging, where it tells you what colors to use and things like that. So yeah, really looking forward to having this in my hands and then of course building one. Maybe on stream or as a YouTube video, I'm not sure yet. Because when I make it as a live stream, I probably need an additional camera somehow. Otherwise, you won't see me anymore and only the model. And maybe I can do like a multi-angle setup. I have an old webcam flying around here somewhere. I have to check if this is still working. So yeah, so much for this. That's the parts of the T-6 shuttle. This is the upper riser where I'm currently at. Detailing it. Bambu Taco, hello, welcome in. Do make your files available anywhere? Yes, the files are in my store or on Patreon. You can see the links in the description or on my YouTube profile page. All the links are listed there. I may just buy a model. I can't seem to get my resin printer to print without warping. Why? Maybe send me some pictures on Instagram or via mail. Maybe we can figure something out as of why it's warping, because it shouldn't. It's probably just a print setting issue, or maybe use a different resin. What resin are you using currently? For my models, I always recommend using a engineering resin that has little to no flex. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. And in post-processing, it's mostly better in being sanded, and you can even drill it without it shattering. I have a Saturn 3 with LEGO ABS like Yeah, the ABS-like is the problem. This is ABS-like resin is supposed to be flexy, is supposed to be a little bit bendy, let's say. Because most people use it for the small figurines. And if the arm is a little bit bent this way or that way, it will not be visible in the finished figure. And when they drop on the floor, it's more likely that they will survive without shattering. That's why they use the ABS-like. So engineering resin is the way to go for the spaceship kind of things. I use the Tech Smoky Black build, I guess. Wait a minute. Boop. Is it this one here? Wait. Why can't I find it? What the hell? Unbelievable, where is it? Not the fast, this one here. But there you go. Oops. This is the one that I used, the Tech build Smoky Black. It's a little bit translucent depending on how thick the part is. The translucency, is that a word? Helps during printing to get it more cured during printing already, and it's easier to cure afterwards as well, because it just lets more of the UV light through the entire part. I've printed statues with ABS-like resin in the past. They will eventually sag. Not wrong with the... There's nothing wrong with the model itself, just the resin weakens over time. Yes, this is exactly this. The ABS-like is just a little bit too soft and too flexible. Mix ABS-like with standard resin, like 70-30. Standard will make it print very strong with zero sagging. Yes, this is always also a possibility you can do if you mix it, but a lot of people just don't want to do the mixing because it can get messy. And you need extra bottles or whatever to mix it in. Makes total sense. I've had parts of models I printed a while ago bent. Yeah, exactly this. Tech is good stuff. I use their FEP sheets on my printers, but the resin is a little too expensive for me. I use mainly Sunlu and Uniformation resin. I honestly haven't tried Sunlu or Uniformation. I never heard of them. Need to check them out. And yeah, initially I wanted to use different kind of resins and test them through, but I just don't have the time. And once I stumbled upon the Tech build, that worked great for me, so I stopped testing. What's a good cure time for that resin? That actually depends on the part as always, but I recommend the longer the better. You basically can't destroy the part when you cure it too long. Too long is mostly better than too short. Especially for long, thin parts like the wings, for example, I go to sometimes 20 to 30 minutes. So make it 10 minutes, turn it, 10 minutes, turn it, and then another 10 minutes. And then I also just let them sit for a day or so where there is also light. Not direct sunlight, because that can damage them. And then they should be good to go. Yeah, once you find a resin you like and works great for you, there's really no reason to change. Unless you have a different use case and need another specifications or things that it should be doing, then maybe, but for my use case right now, no. The only thing, like you mentioned, is the price tag is a little bit high, but also Sarai sometimes have good deals where you can get 3 or 4 bottles for a reduced price or something. And to be honest, I don't print that much, so for me it's still okay. Oh, that long? I use 3 or 4 minutes depending on the size. Yeah, I did that too. And then also the sagging and bending occurred afterwards when they were lying around somewhere, or even when it was built. So I tend to cure it more. 20 to 30 minutes might be a little bit excessive, but I'd rather have it longer in there than realize later when it's built that, oh, it was too short and now it is bent, so and then you have to reprint things or whatever. So that's why better a little bit longer. I was printing a lot. I have Rockstar models stacked. Yeah, I know that. I know that. That's why I try not to print so much, but and only if really necessary. Because first, I'm running out of space here where I can put the models. I can maybe squeeze in some here and there, but then it maybe looks too crowded or stupid. I don't know. And yeah, I still have the Swordfish 2 also in a box, all the parts back here in my storage. So that wants to be built eventually. But first I will finish, I don't know if you can see it back there, the X-Wing cockpit. Same here, I have a fan home Millennium Falcon that I'm going to try to start in a few weeks. Nice. I heard many good things about the fan home Falcon, and I was a couple of times tempted and this close to purchase one, but then yeah, again, where to put it. And I have so many other things to build and do, so not for now. Maybe someday. I need a proper Millennium Falcon in my collection, because at the moment I only have the one from Rebel, and that is like, yeah, in terms of accuracy. Seeing here, then I saw the monthly cost. Decided just get an AMT Falcon model kit. Yeah, that's the thing, the price tag. Of course, I would. I think I would go buy a used one from someone who decided not to build it and has all the issues already available. Because the monthly thing, I don't know. I'm afraid I will lose interest at some point. I think the AMT Falcon is way better looking than the Revel. And if you want to go even a little step higher, than the Bandai Perfect Grade. But that comes also with a little price tag. So, I can write that on my list because I am going to Japan in 7 weeks. And I will run through all the model stores and see what I can find. Maybe I can find a Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon for a good deal. Let's quickly put that on my shopping list. Even the Perfect Grade Falcon is cheaper than the Fan Home. Yeah, of course, but it's also smaller. And the Perfect Grade should be better in details than the Fan Home, if I'm correct. As far as I've heard. I didn't check it myself. I thought about printing that 5-foot Falcon that everyone's doing now, but I'd have nowhere to display it. Yeah. I'm in that group as well, but I don't dare to click the download button. Because, yeah, the same thing, where to put it, and that thing is even way bigger than everything else that I have ever made. So the wife will probably flip out if I start printing that. Those are all to-dos for, well, someday, one day, if we ever have a big house or something. I printed a 36-inch long Star Destroyer. Whoa. And I have nowhere to put it, never mind the Falcon. So where is it then when you have nowhere to put it but you printed it? Or is it just the parts lying in different boxes in different corners? I heard that the detail on the Fan Home Falcon is pretty close. Yes, that for sure. But I think the Bandai is a little bit more accurate from what I've heard. But therefore you got the size on the Fan Home Falcon. I print the Game Body Enterprise D. It's huge, bigger than the Fan Home. It's so big I didn't finish it. It's boxed up in a corner, taking up room. Ah, that's a bummer. It's printed, not painted. It's sitting on top of a shelf in the basement. Aw, that poor thing. I hope it will someday see the day of light. The light of day. Wrong way around. Never mind. The Star Destroyer is the Game Body one. Yeah, I never printed something from Game Body because they lack of accuracy. Pretty much. From what I've seen. That's my issue. I print things and box them up, never to be seen again. That's the dark side of model making, I guess. When it gets warmer here, I'll take it outside and paint it. Cool. By the way, where's that? Oh, right. I utilized commands here, but I think they only work on Twitch and not on YouTube. I still have to figure that out. But if you want to join Discord share some pics or whatnot from your builds, or hang out with other like-minded 3D printing nerds and addicts, you can join the Discord. Oh, how do I pronounce that? Stronzi? 90? Hey, welcome in. How do I say your name? I'm pretty bad at pronouncing names, so forgive me. I have a few things on display in my house. A Galactica Viper, Cyclone Raider, and a Stormtrooper Blaster. As close as I can get to as close as I can get to the original by 3D printing. Well, the key factor is post-processing and then painting, of course. I guess painting and the correct weathering gives it a great look. So what's underneath is not that important unless you look very close into the details, of course. And the Discord, I'll do that later tonight. Oh, cool. Hey, I'm new to this and I can't figure it out. I create an object but can't save the project. You mean Fusion? I guess? New to 3D modeling? Or 3D printing in general? Just joined your Discord. Name's Garuk? Thank you very much. Welcome in. Welcome in the nerdy Discord. The Viper and Cyclone Raider are fully painted and weathered. Well, then they should make great display pieces. Do you guys have your models in a showcase, in an enclosed showcase somewhere, or just openly in the rooms? Because mine are open in the rooms with no glass or anything, and they get dusted like crazy. The save button is not active. The save button is not active. That's weird. Well, I don't know if you can see it in my screen. I think I cut it off here. No, it's not visible because the save button is now not active on mine as well. Only if you make changes, then it gets activated. And then you can press the save button, but immediately if you create a project, it should be active. Do you have the what's it called, the hobbyist version? Not mine, they collect dust fast. Yeah, really fast. On a shelf, open air. So I'm not alone, that's good to know. Because every time I look at it and it's been a couple of weeks since I dusted them off, I'm like, oh, it looks so shit. And I wonder if I should enclose them, but then I look at display cases at that size and it's like $2,000 to $3,000 and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna get the duster. Doesn't save to the cloud or to your computer. I never had that issue. I don't know, it's been a while since when I started with Fusion, so I don't know if there is any procedure you have to go through, like verifying your account or something, that it gets activated. And depending on the version you have to activate the project that you're working on. It's not showing on my version because I have the paid version, so everything is activated by default. So I'm afraid I can't really help you there without more information. I think it's best to go into their forums and ask there for help with the according screenshots. They should be able to help you. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Now I accidentally closed my my project, and now it's freezing. Just a second. Let me reopen that again. While that is loading, I can bring a little something. There it is again. And close this. So I guess it's time to place some details here. So as you can see, this side is almost finished. But still a couple of things to do. First we... Hello? There you go. Get rid of this part. Don't need that. And the bottom pieces can go for now as well. So yeah, I wanted to quickly show you. Now you can see those sides are tapered towards the top or towards the bottom on the bottom pieces. Before they were parallel, which is just not correct, so I had to correct that. That's what I did earlier today. So now we can continue on placing the details. I have to recut the hole in here, that the door is properly visible. So I want to use this geometry for cutting. Yeah, this assembly already has a lot of bodies and geometry, so basically all CAD operations are taking like forever. This is a little bit of a pain in the ass in Fusion, because it is just simply not meant to be used for huge assemblies like that, I think. Cut and keep it. It's a shame that real models aren't used much anymore in movies. I was 10 when A New Hope came out, and I was all over the models and stuff. Yeah, that's true. But there's a little shift in movie making that they now going back to use more models than they did like the last 10-15 years or so. So that's cool to see. I was Not even here when the New Hope came out. So, but I first watched it when I was like, I don't really remember. This is a sad thing for me because I can't remember when the first time that I watched it. I probably was too young, maybe 5 or 6 or something. So I don't know the feeling when I first saw the X-Wings going through that trench. But I know I immediately fell in love with those designs. When I run the simulation, it says it's read-only. You can run a simulation, FAM or something maybe. It says it's in read-only. Yeah, then you probably have the non-paid version, and there you have to actively activate the model you want to use. I don't remember how it's done, but I guess you can right-click on the project, and there should be something like load into cache or make available or make active or something. And then it shouldn't be read-only anymore. Because in the free version you can only have like, I guess 10 or 5 projects. I don't know, I think they reduced it. That you can work on simultaneously. And then you have to swap them around. The first time I saw it was December 1977. That's a long time ago. But speaking of a long time ago, 2027 it will be in theaters again. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that it will come in theaters in Germany as well. Because I haven't read anything that this is confirmed. So that would be cool to go into theaters again and see it one more time on the really big screen. Way too long, yeah. And if I remember correctly, they want to bring the original theatrical version into theaters, so no special edition, no nothing. So that would be cool. Because I only have seen the special edition on the big screen, not the original. The original I only have on VHS tape, and even that is supposed to be different than the theatrical version. That's what they say, but who knows, Lucas? It's a hard head. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what's it gonna be. Would be cool though. On shooting first again. So I cut that out of here, so I don't need that. This can go, and now we see the door again. There you go. So I think I did all of this. So I will do this here, this little styrene piece and those little chips. Then probably this panel line here. And then moving on to the door details. That looks amazing. Thank you very much. Hoping that you mean my model. Just need to decide which plane I'm going to use to place this. But I think I will use this one because those two are on this one. And this one is kind of like in the radius here, so we'll see about that. I think I will use that for now. And let's see if we can see anything in the scan or if it's just blurry. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm looking forward when this model is done because the performance is just... It's not fun anymore. Working on a fresh project is way, way faster. But you have to consider that Fusion at this point has 1,758 bodies in this assembly. Of course, a lot of them are combined together, but still all of this geometry is in the cache somewhere that it has to remember in the timeline down here. So that's a lot. So I don't blame it, but it's still annoying. Oh, we can see a little bit here. Can definitely see the square. And this should be somewhere like here to here. Maybe a little thicker here. Something like this. And wait. This thing here. This goes all the way through. Let's make this 2 millimeters. Okay. Like here. Maybe more like 1.5 millimeters. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks good for now. There's a little piece cut off here. See if I can figure out the angle. Yeah, 50, 55. Let's use 55. get rid of those two edges. We don't need those. Those fillets I will add afterwards when it's extruded. What did I use? It's the same back here. Should be. Let's quickly check. What did I use? 0.5. Let's use 0.5 there as well. No? Well. Yeah. But did you lose the profiles? 0.5. Okay, today is a very, very slow fusion day. Maybe a recent update screwed something up again. Who knows? I can use this profile. I need to extrude it in both directions. Let's see, is this enough? No. Let's join those together. No, let's make it a new body for now, because otherwise it will merge all those things together. I don't want that for now. That will come later. No. I want to see how this part looks from the front, because this is very tall, let's say, from this perspective. I don't think that's what it should be, but in this image it's just blurry. Let me see if I can find a picture where we can see that. Well, it's supper time here in the Northeast United States, so I have to run. Will you make a post when you update the X-Wing? Yes, of course. I will, of course, make an update announcement on well, I guess on social media and stuff. When it's ready, it will be first released on Patreon, and then a month or so later it will go into the shops, and then you can just re-download it where you downloaded it originally from. But yeah, once it's ready, there will be posts. So then, well, have a good one, and hopefully see you soon. And it's only the fuselage at the moment, yes. Well, the fuselage and the adjoining parts, so the nose, maybe the cockpit interior, the back plate, those will be adjusted a little bit, but the whole wing assembly will stay the same. So if you want to, you could start with the wings, but everything else that attaches to the fuselage will be adjusted in some way. Maybe I can see something here, though it is thicker than the other chips, so I'm not too far off, if at all. Cool, take care, awesome work you do. Thank you very much, thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully until next time. Bye bye. Right, this one here. Maybe I have another one. Let's see. Those are all from the bag. What about those here? No. Also no. Also more from the side than anything else, but you can see it's thicker than normal chips, so that's good. There's a big shadow line, so maybe we can use that. It looks way thicker here than it does on this side, but it could be, since it was made by hand, that the two sides are different. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see if I rotate this. Turn off the sketch. Okay, my lighting is different, so the shadow here is the light part here. Or now the blue. All right, I need to get this higher up, so it should be flush with this ring here. So I need to extrude it a little bit more. Let's just do that. I can just use that ring surface as a reference. So right, I think I didn't check that yet properly. Maybe the ring is too high. I think this was still a placeholder, and I did not check in the extent that I should probably. So I think it's probably too high. So let's check that as well. Because the shadow around here is not that high, so I think that's just protrudes too much. So we need to reduce that a little bit. It's still going to the rest of the pictures if there is a better one with a clear indicator. Could also check what the CGI model tells me, but yeah, it's just all dark. That's not helpful. Let's see here. Maybe. No, unfortunately I don't have a better picture, so I have to work with what I got here. And from what I see here, that's too much. So let's redo that, and then we reduce this to here. That should give us a better result. Yeah, that looks better. This needs to go a little more to the right, or right, bottom right. Especially when I add the fillets, then this distance is too much. And the alignment to the door also a little bit different. So let's see here, this should go here. Well, here. Be quite all right. Maybe a little bit, just a smidge. Drag this down here just a little bit. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. Moving on. placing the fillets. .4 or 0.5? Oh. Let's compromise and do 0.45. Okay with that. Okay, let's trim this down. Do this and oh, it didn't go through. Oh well, whatever. Cut this down here. Rid of this. And then I can delete those two little parts. Don't need those. So there you go. Right, I wanted to check this down here. I think it follows the contour of this radius down here. Okay, let's see it in this picture. Let's see if we have a different one. What about there? No. Just some pixel smush. Good question. Does that exist on the bottom one as well? No, I don't think so. On the bottom it appears to be a panel line. Or is this panel line? No, it should be this one here. No, that's only on the top one, okay. Okay. I'll just make a little fillet there. Here to make it look a little nicer. idea, but right, let's roll back to here. And then I can give this surface a little draft to let it follow this contour here a little bit more. Yeah, that should do. Okay, roll it forward again. And yeah, of course. Of course it did delete the wrong thing. Yeah, come. It's delete those. This one and this one. Remove those and keep this one here. There you go. Okay. There you go. Now when you look on from the front, it will follow more this angle here on this surface than this surface. It's a tiny little adjustment and you will maybe not even notice it on the finished print, but you know. Okay, I don't think I saved for quite a while, so let's do that. Most important thing in CAD work, save as often as possible, because you never know when it will crash. Because more often than not, it's not a question if, but when it will crash. Okay. Now we have this and this. Now I want to make this panel line or I think I will make this fin here in the back. I think I will keep the panel lines for later, because here on top of this thing here there are also a couple of panel lines, so I guess I will make them all in one sketch or at one block. I guess that makes more sense. So then let's do this part here. Where is this one picture? There was one where you could see the overlap. Oh, this is from the bottom one. Just flipped it here. Was it this one? This is also something here. Inside those risers, there's quite some chunk of details inside those parts that you probably will not really see once the model is finished and standing somewhere, but I still will try to replicate what I can see or what I think I see here. And also I think on the top surface inside there's also details. But I think I will make those after the two shells, the upper and the bottom one, are finished. Then I probably will make a separate part that replicates the inside details and then just flip it up and down. Unless I see significant differences in the bottom details and the top details here, then I will make separate parts. I hope they look the same, because that would save me some time. We'll see. But for now, this little guy here. And it seems to have an overlap towards the inside. Yeah. Okay. I think I can just sketch on this plane and use this geometry as reference. Let's make this 0.5 offset in both directions. Oh, I could have. Oh, wait a minute. I can choose that here, symmetric. So now it goes in both sides. So that makes it 1 millimeter thick. That should be okay for printing. Just need to check because it does not go all the way to this edge on top here. It stops a little bit before that. And also at the bottom, I'm not sure if it goes perpendicular to this edge or parallel to this down here. What do the other pictures tell me? Probably not that much. That could be either way. I think I will make it perpendicular to this edge. Then I should stop here, so it should be here somewhere. And up here it goes until here. Can't really, yeah. Did that, yeah, more or less. Here. Oops. Get rid of this. So now we have our profile. And why are you red all of a sudden? I don't know. I didn't change anything here. Did I? What the hell is that? Well, let it be red, I guess. So in the scan we should see pretty clear how far it should be extruded. More or less. More or less than. Two and a half millimeters. Let's use this for now. And I also needed in the other direction. Let's make this a new body that it will not cut anything. Why? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I... Okay. That's probably not correct then. I think the extrusion direction is not entirely correct. I have to check. Well, it is for this side, but not for this. How do I do that? Let's see, let's finish this body first, and then I can check. It should, well, almost as much, maybe 2 towards the inside. Oh. So I'm not entirely sure, but I think this surface should be parallel to this surface. I don't know if you can see that on the pictures as good. Yeah, you also see this this radius. The extrusion direction should go along this lines. So I have to make this a little differently. How do I do that with the least amount of fiddling and effort? If I can angle this. probably should have measured that before. The angles, yeah, 2.75 more. 2.75, 2.75, 2.75 plus 2.75. There you go. Now it should be 90. There you go. So I have to extrude this upper part on this plane and the lower part on this plane. Then I have to merge them. And then it should look right. Let's see. If that makes sense what I'm thinking in my head or not. I need to change this though. Let's it up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wait a second. Oh, this one. Or was it one? So up here, then we extrude this here straight up so that those two parts will intersect correctly. That helps with the merging. So now sketching on this. Wait. I think we can still use this edge as the reference. Let's see. Offset again, symmetric in both directions, 0.5. Okay. Wait a second, I can, where is this? Here. Yep. Okay. And in this direction. That should be enough. Okay, let's see. This and this. All right, this is no. Because I used this. I should have used this edge for the angling for the plane. Let's quickly adjust that. Not this edge, but this one here. No? You delete first this one here. So of course it's now oriented differently. So that means okay. Minus. And this also minus. Like this. Hey. Is it 90? Yes, 90 degrees. The sketch is... Yeah, okay. The line correctly. So now we can extrude. Yeah. Fusion wants to have a little break. Okay. This and this. was 2 sides, this one was 2, and this 2.5. Let's see if this makes any sense at all, if we can get a nice geometry here. This will also be a new body. I probably should save again. Once fusion unfreezes. The AI guy rules. Hello, welcome in. I just joined. How's it going so far? Thanks for joining. So far it's going pretty good. I had no crashes, but Fusion is a little slow today, so that's a little bit frustrating, but other than that, it's going good so far. Right, I wanted to save. Will forget again. I'm just trying to getting this pin here on the rear to look right. And it seems that I have to make a couple geometries and merge them together. Because the base part is angled in a couple of different directions. There's no easy way to extrude in the same angled directions. So I have to make this work somehow. So this is now parallel to this one. And this is parallel to this, more or less. I think it's not entirely, but that should be okay. I'm not concerned about that for now. I can... You know what, I think I can just rotate it a little bit. What was it? 3 point something? Was, you know what? Let's just do that. So now it should be parallel. There you go. So still looks a little odd. I don't know. It looks weird. Let's turn on perspective and check. Let's get rid of this sketch. It's a little irritating. So. I think it should be right, but it doesn't look right. Something's looking weird. I don't know. Maybe it will look better once it's combined and cleaned up. So let's do that and then we'll see. First I'm going to cut those. Oops. Wait. Cut that off. Away and then oops. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, no, it should be 2 pieces. That looks fire. Thank you very much. Glad you like it. But it's still quite a way to go until it's finished. Wait, what's the distance here? 1.5 and the radius here is 6. 6 minus 1.52, I guess it was. 1.52 is 4.48. Let's throw that on here. And on this. What did I do? The millimeter, so 3.58. This is that. Now we have to make this a little nicer. Whoa. How big can we go? Not that big, okay. Ooh. Oh, 11 something, so let's make this 10. Okay. So now it has a nice curvature. I think we can get rid of this. And this, no, needs to stay here. So let's check again. Wait, you know what? Let's place those fillets first. on the edges. What is this? I don't know. 1. .75. Doesn't get sharper than this, I guess. I think 0.75 looks good. Down here, it's maybe a little bit more. No, that should be okay. So, okay. Now we have that little fin back here. I need to clean it up in the back here a little bit, but I will do that later. Let's check on the outer contour for now. I think, yeah, it's a little bit too low here. I need to correct that. So that should be, that should close up with this edge here. So over here. Yeah, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Anyways. But now for the overall look. I still think this looks a little odd here, this section. I don't know, it's... I don't know. But it looked even worse the other way I had it before. Maybe if, let's see. Oh, it screwed up my order again. Wait, eh? Oh, right, that's why. Okay, never mind. Let's just bring in everything and see how that looks. I think that looks all right. Still, maybe I need to maybe give that little surface a draft towards the inside, maybe, but it looks a little weird in CAD. Maybe when it's printed, it will look normal, like here. I don't know. Hard to say. So when you look like this from this, then you don't see the surface here. From here it looks good. So I think it's just a perspective thing. So I guess I will leave it for now, unless I see a better picture where I can see more, where I can get a better idea of how it should look. But for now, I think it's all right. Okay, red. Of all the other parts again. So now I want to get this a little bit up and then clean up this mess back here. Why is it so different anyways? I don't know. One thing at a time. Let's go with this first. I just need to drag this up. A little bit more. Okay. It was a little bit too much maybe. Okay, let's... A little bit. Okay. Again, depending on how you look, from which angle. Okay, it's good. It's up there as well. Okay. See what's up here. Right, I need to here 4.5, and you are 4.5. So this is missing there, so I need to extend. Okay, that doesn't change so much. Okay. Fusion's needing another minute. In the meantime, I can do nothing. Okay. This and not what I wanted, but nope. Yeah, it's not as nice as it could be. But now I know how it should look like. Maybe I can make a new cleaner version at a later point. Don't want to do this now. Where I can sweep the geometry around a path that could make it cleaner. But I don't think that it's necessary because this is inside. You will not see that part anyway. At least not in the assembled state. I don't think so. And everything gets blacked out in here. So that should be fine. So I'm gonna leave this here. And I think with that, I'm going to end stream today. Because like I said earlier, I'm not feeling all that great today, but I still wanted to show up today to keep a little consistency. How long? It's been 2 hours, so it's not too bad. We still got a little bit done. Not too much, but you know, every little bit helps to get this thing to the finish line, which is hopefully still this year. So basically I did this, and this, which is not that much, but we were yapping quite a bit today. So that's all right. quickly checking the geometry that I was moving around earlier today, if everything is lining up correctly. Right, I don't know if I'm happy with this overlap. I think I might cut this off at a later stage before I will combine it, but I have to check reference if you can see how this looks, but I think blurry. All good, all good. This is on purpose, that it's crooked and not centered like this. It's here as well. So that seems to look all right. Oh, hey, Ian. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much. I hope so too. It's been the last couple of days. And it's enough. So let's save one last time. There you go. All right. While this is saving, I'm saying goodbye to you. Thank you everyone for stopping by. And I wish you a great night, evening, rest of your day. And hopefully see you next week. So bye bye. Take care.